tough real estate market has led to historic trends among first-time home buyers. A national survey from the National Association of Realtors found the median age of first-time buyers climbed to a record of 38 years old.
It's a new home. What in the world is that?
You'll see all these $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 houses. Well, here's one. I want to show you what these bitches are made out of. Y'all want y'all's goddamn homes built out of fucking cardboard? 200 G's. 200 G's.
New construction homes are built so terribly, so horribly, there's even a trend about it. One of my favorite things to do is to go on TikTok and look at all the inspectors going around new construction homes and pointing out all the issues that are going on in them. I mean, of course, everybody will want to buy a new construction home. The thought of it is super appealing. I mean, even I fell for the trap going around looking at construction people building homes. I'll get jealous sometimes too. But after watching a lot of these videos, I can tell you this much. I am 100% buying a much older home. The truth is, we're just lazy, and we're gonna go ahead and watch a couple of videos showing so.
Almost thought I had a good one today. Started out okay, then it went downhill. Food waste disposer doesn't work, and it is plugged in and there is power.
Now, I wanted to start the video off with probably the smallest example just to really demonstrate the point that I'm trying to give off. Now, some people might say that it is just the food waste dispenser, right? But look, if you watched my last video, right, I basically talked about how much it truly costs to afford a new house, right? And even if you're not in the market for a new house, the old houses are really expensive themselves. Now imagine slaving away for your 20s and 30s, penny pinching every single dollar, investing, really trying to live well below your means in order to be able to afford a house. And then you get fucked over by things like this. If you live paycheck to paycheck, you cannot afford to repair something like this, or basically anything, because you just bought a brand new home. Even I have personal experience, which granted it's more unlucky, right? But when we first moved into this house, there was a really bad storm that ended up knocking off both sides of our fences, and we ended up having to spend a shit ton of money even though we had just barely moved into the house. Now imagine if we literally could not afford anything. We would probably have to either A, not have a fence at all, right? Or B, take out a loan, which would only put us in more financial struggle. And you see now how things like this loops into itself. So you can't really sit here and say that, oh, you know, it's just a food waste dispenser, you know, that's a quick fix, right? Well, when you allow things like this, that is super small, super like something that's not going to cost that much, something that's not going to be very inconvenient at all, you pave the way for bigger and bigger and bigger mistakes down the road that at some point could even put your life at risk.
Just wanted to point something out to people that are buying houses right now. If your house is newly built and it is built during the rainy season, most likely they are using particle board or OSB instead of actual plywood. It's getting drenched, and then they cover it, put a roof on it, they put drywall up, and before you know it, you've got black mold in your house that you have never lived in. So if you just bought a new house, make sure that you are running a dehumidifier constantly for the first 6 months. Seriously, I cannot tell you how many houses I have seen that are brand new and they end up having mold issues because they are using the cheapest possible plywood they can get, and it rains, at least in Washington State, a lot.
Black mold. Black mold. Seriously, can we talk about that for a sec? It's very easy just to, you know, scroll past the video, right, without really even thinking about it. But if you seriously stop to take a moment to think about it, you have black mold in new construction homes, because we already know about the horrors of renting an apartment complex. By the way, always ask to view a vacant room. Do not ever just go in, look at the room that they're showing off, and then rent just off of that. If you can, always take a moment to ask for a vacant room and go check it out. Never move into an apartment unless if you check out a vacant room first. I got sidetracked there, but we've heard of horror stories such as moving into an apartment only to find out that there's black mold and you can't really do anything about it. But a house is different. A house, it should be the peak. It should be the absolute goal of what we're going for, and we cannot accept black mold in a new house. And the only reason why this is even a problem is because of one thing and one thing only: money. Builders would rather you chill out with black mold and trigger basically an allergic reaction to that, just so that they can afford the cheapest construction workers and throw together hundreds of new homes to sell them for like millions of dollars. And have one more video that kind of proves to you my point.
So what's common now is builders will tell the client, no need for a third-party inspection. We got our own inspector. We got our own third-party inspection. Just don't do it. Just save your money. We got you. The problem with that is you're not going to know what that inspector called. You're not going to get that report. And really the first problem is that inspector works for the builder, not you. And when it comes to things like this, that's a nail right next to your wire. They're not going to say nothing about that. One reason, because they don't know about it. But wouldn't you like to know? You have that on report. Say, did y'all fix that? And you can go in there and you can look. That's right. But what they doing? They got their own. That ain't right.
You see, this is exactly what I was talking about before. I'm not going to get too in depth because I kind of work in a field parallel to this. But all I got to say is I used to work at UPS, and yes, we did used to throw your packages. And the construction field is only a little bit better than that, to be honest. So here we have a ton of multimillionaires buying a lot of land, building a lot of houses, and buying their own inspectors, so that way they can tell the customer, you by the way, that yeah, don't worry, our house is really nice, it's just barely remodeled. Look at all this beautiful fancy furniture, all the nice beautiful kitchens and tiles and everything. You know, just don't look underneath the boards. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got for you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. And please, please, please leave a like. Please, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why I have this YouTube channel in the first place is so that I can afford a down payment on a house. Yeah, so stick tuned for another video. Yeah, bye-bye.